Life has a rhythm, a pulse that marks our journey. It's a beat that quickens and slows, reflecting the different seasons we navigate. Our 30s often represent a significant shift in this rhythm. For Alex, his 30s brought a new tempo, a change in the music of his life. It was a time of both exhilarating highs and subtle yet persistent changes. Building a career, a period of intense focus and dedication, starting a family, a profound and life-altering experience, chasing ambitions, reaching for dreams that once seemed distant. He felt unstoppable, fueled by energy and dreams. The world seemed full of possibilities, and he was ready to seize them all. But subtle changes crept in, almost imperceptible at first, like whispers in the wind. A stiff back after long weeks, a reminder that the body wasn't quite as invincible as it once seemed. Faint lines around his eyes etched by laughter, stress, and the passage of time, energy that needed replenishing. The boundless reserves of youth were starting to dwindle. Sleep became a necessity, not a luxury. It was no longer something to be sacrificed for late nights and early mornings. These were gentle reminders that the body keeps score. Every choice, every habit, every moment left its mark. Alex responded with small intentional changes. He understood that these subtle shifts could have a profound impact. He started daily walks to clear his mind and move his body. Nature became his sanctuary, a place to recharge and reconnect. He swapped sodas for water, embracing the simple power of hydration, prioritized sleep, creating a sanctuary for rest and recovery, and built a simple skincare routine, a small act of self-care, cleanser, to gently purify and refresh, moisturizer, to nourish and protect, sunscreen, a shield against the sun's relentless rays. These habits were his foundation, the bedrock upon which he would build the next chapter of his life. He learned that strength was about endurance, not just muscle. It was about resilience, perseverance, and the ability to keep going even when things got tough. He made time for real connections with friends, sharing burdens and laughter. These bonds were a source of strength and support. The 30s, he realized, were about building the man who would live the life he was creating. It was a time of self-discovery and personal growth. It was a decade of laying groundwork, not just for success but for resilience, a time to cultivate inner strength and unwavering resolve. He learned to run a marathon, not a sprint, pacing himself, conserving energy, and focusing on the long game. The race was long and he was just finding his pace, discovering his rhythm, his stride, and his inner reserves of strength. Every small choice was an investment in his future self, a building block in the foundation of his well-being. The mirror reflected not just youth, but the beginnings of wisdom, a deeper understanding of himself and the world around him. Alex embraced the journey, knowing the miles ahead would require more than ambition. It would demand patience, perseverance, and self-compassion. He was learning to listen to his body and adapt, to honor its needs and respect its limitations. The 30s were his starting line. He was ready for the road ahead, prepared to face the challenges and embrace the opportunities that lay before him. The future was no longer a distant shore, it was a path he was actively shaping. He was the architect of his own destiny, and with each step he grew stronger, more resilient, more confident, and more ready to embrace the journey ahead. The 40s arrived like autumn, a season of transformation. Rich, reflective, and full of change, it was a time to reassess, to appreciate the journey so far, and to prepare for what lies ahead. Alex's pace steadied. He was established in his career, perhaps even hitting his stride. But new realities set in, a subtle shift in perspective. The whispers of his 30s, those faint warnings, became clear, undeniable. Metabolism slowed, aches lingered longer, and the hairline seemed to be staging a strategic retreat. He couldn't erase a weekend of indulgence with a single run. The body demanded more respect, more attention. This was a crossroads, a pivotal moment demanding conscious choices. He got health screenings, taking proactive steps to understand his body's needs. Blood pressure, a key indicator of cardiovascular health, became a number to monitor. Cholesterol, understanding the good and the bad, became essential knowledge. Blood sugar, keeping it stable, was no longer an afterthought. Arming himself with knowledge, he took control of his well-being. Walks became structured workouts, intentional and focused. Strength training preserved muscle and metabolism, fighting the natural decline. Food became information, not just fuel, a source of nourishment and vitality. Lean proteins, the building blocks of a strong body. Vegetables, a rainbow of nutrients for optimal health. Healthy fats, essential for brain function and overall well-being. He managed stress intentionally, recognizing its impact on his health. He meditated, finding moments of peace, and picked up hobbies for himself, nurturing his passions. Friendships became a buffer against life's storms, a source of support and connection. The 40s weren't about fighting age, a futile battle against time, but fortifying for the future, building a foundation for a long and healthy life. Alex built resilience, a shield against the challenges ahead, physically, through consistent exercise and mindful nutrition, mentally, by staying curious and engaged with the world, emotionally, by nurturing relationships and practicing self-care. He learned to upgrade, not overhaul, his habits, making sustainable changes that would last. Each choice was a brick in a stronger foundation, a testament to his commitment to well-being. He wasn't chasing youth, an illusionary and ultimately unsatisfying pursuit. He was building a framework for lasting health, a legacy of vitality and strength. The next chapter was his to shape, filled with potential and promise. 50 felt like reaching a scenic overlook, a vantage point offering a panoramic view of life's journey. After a long climb, a testament to resilience and perseverance. Alex paused, appreciating the journey, the challenges overcome, and the lessons learned along the way. And the view ahead, a horizon filled with possibilities and new adventures. His body spoke a new language, a language of experience. Joints ached, recovery slowed, a gentle reminder of the passage of time. Reading glasses became essential, a symbol of embracing the present moment. This was the decade of preservation, a conscious effort to nurture well-being. He swapped high-impact workouts, those strenuous routines of the past, for swimming and cycling, gentler pursuits that sustained vitality, focusing on flexibility and mobility, ensuring a body that moved with ease. Diet became medicine, a powerful tool for healing and prevention. Anti-inflammatory foods, mindful choices, nourishing the body from the inside out. Annual checkups were non-negotiable, proactive steps to safeguard his health. Mentally, Alex shifted from proving himself, from chasing external validation, to sharing wisdom, guiding others with the insights he had gained. He mentored, cherished relationships, recognizing the profound value of human connection, and practiced gratitude, appreciating the simple joys and blessings in his life. Travel and new experiences broadened his perspective and ignited his curiosity, enriched his life, adding depth and vibrancy to his days. The 50s weren't about slowing down, about succumbing to limitations, but moving with purpose, embracing each day with intention and drive. He savored the summit, acknowledging his accomplishments, knowing the journey was far from over, that new peaks awaited him in the distance. Every day was a chance, an opportunity to learn, grow, and contribute. To preserve what mattered most, the relationships, values, and experiences that defined him. Alex embraced this chapter, this new phase of life with intention and joy, ready to make the most of every moment. The 60s dawned as a new beginning, not an end. Retirement gave Alex the gift of time and freedom. His body, shaped by decades of care, faced new challenges: arthritis, fluctuating energy. He focused on active aging balance exercises, protein-rich meals, and social connection. Gardening, daily walks, and cooking kept him engaged and healthy. He volunteered, spent time with grandchildren, and explored new interests. His identity was rooted in character, relationships, and curiosity, not a job title. The 60s were a sunrise, not a sunset. Alex lived better, not just longer. Each day was a celebration of purpose and gratitude. The landscape ahead was bright and full of promise. Beyond the 60s, life became about the art of living each day. Alex's habits were now second nature, the foundation of his well-being. Ageless living was a daily practice, acceptance and gentle effort. Movement adapted to his needs, walks, swims, stretches, always moving. Nutrition was about nourishment, not restriction. Calcium, vitamin D, protein, hydration. Social and emotional health mattered most: weekly calls, friendships, curiosity. An engaged mind stayed resilient. Maintenance was holistic. Body, mind, spirit. Every day was lived with purpose and grace. The journey was ongoing, and Alex thrived in the art of maintenance. Alex discovered the most valuable real estate was his mind. A resilient mindset shaped his experience of aging. He practiced mindfulness, savoring small moments and letting go of what he couldn't control. New hobbies and challenges kept his mind flexible. Relationships and purpose were his greatest treasures. He found joy in daily acts of kindness and connection. Life was measured in moments, not years. His mind became a thriving garden, blooming in every season. Life's story is a continuous narrative, each day a blank page. Alex saw aging as a journey, not a countdown. Ageless living meant inhabiting every age with curiosity and grace. He built resilience through simple habits, walks, healthy meals, connection. The secrets start today, no matter your age. Each small act is a vote for your future self. Age is a guide, not a thief. Embrace the journey with hope and purpose. The path ahead is unwritten, a masterpiece in progress. The adventure is just beginning.